Hi, this is Bradley Kuykendall with Lawyer Leads. I want to thank you for taking the time today to watch this short video. We've been working with attorneys now, helping them succeed for the last 5 years here. So let's get right into this. I know that your time is valuable. The biggest problem that we see is your business is broken. Maybe not so much the business, but the methods that you use to get new clients in the door. There's not enough leads. There's not enough appointments. And the methods that you've used just don't work. I've been a leading attorney SEO provider for the last 5 years. I've seen exactly what works, what doesn't work, and literally everything in between. I've seen all the shiny objects that promise the moon and all of the crap that is pitched. Everything. Now, there's going to be lots of people that are going to tell you that you need Facebook and Google and SEO and you need to be on YouTube and Pinterest, all of that stuff. You know, it just on and on and on, and quite frankly, it's exhausting. But if you have a working system, you don't need all that. So I want you to forget about SEO. I want you to forget about paid ads. And I want you to realize that being at the top of Google Maps will bring you more new law clients in a week than any other source can all month, period. So let me ask you this. What do these law firms have in common? One who went from barely surviving to getting an 8-time return on their marketing investment, and the other one a 10-time return in their first year alone. Or how about a firm that went from $175,000 per year gross to close to $1 million per year and then $2 million a year just a couple years later? Or how about the struggling new attorney who was doing less than $5,000 per month, not even enough to pay student loans, and then have a decent life? Went from that to doing $35,000 last month. And yes, the answer is simple. They all made it to the top of Google Maps, and their phone began to ring off the hook. But truthfully, it wasn't always this way for them. They had tried all of the expensive paid ads through Google AdWords. They had thrown just a ton of money at search engine optimization to get their site ranked. But nothing was working. Something was off. And because of it, their revenues were ridiculously low. Does any of that sound familiar to you? You know, for most of these guys, it felt like they were just wasting their money. You want to hear something no one else is talking about? Now, there's 2 things I want you to do first. One, you've got to stop buying into the hype that SEO alone is the answer to your dead as doornail phones. And 2, you've got to switch today to the understanding that the online world has changed dramatically. Everything has gone mobile. And if you aren't highly placed on Google Maps, you are losing massive amounts of business and cold hard cash to your competitors every single day. Now, we've helped sleepy small practices struggling to survive grow into powerhouses, quite frankly. And what we've learned along the way is that the vast majority of what you're spending on your marketing is completely wasted. Yep, completely wasted. Lawyers spend massive amounts of money every month on paid ads such as Google AdWords, with costs per click of $15, $30, and sometimes even into the hundreds of dollars for a click, and they have no way of tracking where their money is going. Zero. Or if any of that advertising money is even resulting in new business. Because the real truth is that 60 to 70% of all searches occur on a mobile phone or a mobile device, and that the first place your potential client looks is your Google Maps listing. In fact, Google purposely lists maps on top of organic listings. So all that money you've been paying for SEO, those organic listings, well, they now have less value than they once had. Many lawyers, they have Google Maps listings, but those listings are buried on page 2 or page 4, and no one ever sees it. Or worse, Google has hidden your listing. And when they do that, it will never show up. Without the ability to see what your practice is all about, and more importantly, read reviews about you. All of that in one spot, those clients, they move on to the next lawyer who has that in place. And yeah, that's just the cold hard truth. Lawyers are also left in the dark, and they can't track where their leads are coming from, or if they're even getting leads at all. So what is needed is a way to track every call that comes in and then trace that call back to the source so that you know just exactly what's working and what's not. Law practices today, they might know that someone sent them a referral. That happens all the time. But when it comes to new business coming in from an online source, they simply have no idea. So what has happened is good, hardworking lawyers are being left out in the cold. They're trying to eke out a living because they have no clue how to get ranked in the dog-eat-dog competitive world of Google Maps. I mean, let's face it, high maps placement and visibility has never been more important to the growth of your practice. It's estimated that if you're in the top 3 positions on maps for the major keyword terms searched by your potential client, you stand to take down 50% or more of the traffic for that keyword. 50% or more. Now here's an example of that. And as you can see, the paid ads are at the top. There's 2, 3, sometimes even 4. But the maps area here is where all of the action happens. In those 3 spots, that's 55 to 60% of the clicks on the page. And if you're in the top 5, the 3 plus the 2 down below it, that's up to 68 to 70%. So you can see the huge difference of being in maps. Now you need to compare that with the measly 4 to 6% traffic that you have to share with every other advertiser on Google AdWords. And you're going to pay dearly for that privilege of being there. And for what? Because once somebody clicks on your ad and goes to your site, you're going to be lucky if you are converting 1 in 10 visitors to a paying client. Now, what does that mean? Thousands and thousands of dollars being thrown down the drain trying to acquire new clients every year. So my question to you is this: why not let Google Maps do all of the heavy lifting for you? Not only does a highly ranked Google Maps listing get 10 times or more the amount of traffic as a paid ad and the organic search results, but it converts for you. But if you do this, new clients are yours for the choosing. Those potential clients searching for your services are going to pick you. Your client sees your listing, sees all the review stars, clicks through, reads the reviews, picks up the phone pre-sold, ready to hire you. Sound too good to be true? Well, it works. And it works very, very well. So well that you could cut your entire paid ad budget down and your SEO budget and just rely on maps. I have a lot of clients that do just that. But I want you to know that it's not an easy task to get lawyer listings ranked on maps. And it's no easy task to keep them there. It requires persistence and someone who knows exactly what they're doing. You got to start with a highly optimized listing. Then you've got to go out and you've got to build hundreds and hundreds of matching listings, all on other third-party sites. You've got to work hard to get all of your website factors dialed in. All of this creates trust with Google. The trust that says you are worthy of being on page 1. And then you have to make sure it stays there. And you must get frequent good reviews to stand out among other competitors. Now, I see a lot of SEO firms that will promise law firms the moon. And quite frankly, it just never happens. And why? Because ranking highly on maps is a science. It's completely different than SEO. It has its own set of rules. It's literally a battle, and the best armed people are going to win. Now, what that means is you're going to get more leads, more phone calls, and more closed business for you. And we do just that. What we really care about is helping our clients drastically increase their revenues by flooding them with leads and new clients, and we do that all from Google Maps. Now, myself and my crew here at Lawyer Leads, we're actually offering something unprecedented. We're so confident that we can get you a page one Google Maps listing that we guarantee you'll get there in 90 days or less. And if we fail to do it in 90 days, you don't pay us another dime until we do. And you can cancel at any time. There's no lengthy contracts. It's just a simple month-to-month agreement, fully guaranteed to get you results. Now, who is this for and who is it not for? It's obviously not for lawyers who are already highly ranked on Google Maps. And it's also not for lawyers who primarily handle business-to-business types of transactions. But for every other lawyer, I mean, even if you're working with an SEO company or a Google AdWords provider and you're unsatisfied with the promised results that they've given you, if you've been waiting around and you're still not on Maps, for every lawyer who wants to get their phone seriously ringing week in and week out, then this limited time page one Google Maps program is for you. So that's the big question, what does it cost? Now, we routinely get $1,500 per month or more for this service to do maps in bigger cities and competitive law niches. Los Angeles and New York, you're looking at anywhere from $2,500 to sometimes $5,000 a month. And considering that once you have a top lawyer map listings, you can drastically cut all of your ad budget down and even slow your SEO efforts, we think that's a really good price. I mean, we achieved page one rankings for every lawyer we've ever worked with, period. Plus, we are guaranteeing that you get page one results in only 90 days, or we stop billing you completely until you do. But we decided we wanted to make this affordable for the small law firms of the world, the solo practitioners who are ready to take action and start really seeing their phone ring off the hook. So for a limited time, we're going to offer our Page One Maps program for just $650 a month. Now, $650 is a drop in the bucket when you stop and think that just one client per month more than covers your investment. I mean, I know divorce lawyers who routinely get $7,500 to $15,000 retainers. Estate planning lawyers who charge $6,000 for a full estate plan. Bankruptcy lawyers who charge thousands. Criminal and DUI lawyers who get at least $5,000 per case. And don't even get me started on you personal injury attorneys. Because if you're charging less than $650 for a case, well, then you and I should have a serious chat about you charging what you're worth. So one new client will easily cover the $650. And once the machine fires up, you're going to be ranked highly on Maps. You have reviews, only one new client per month from our Maps program. It's really highly unlikely. So here's what to do next. Call us. We need to talk to you. You need to talk to us. We need to make sure that this is a good fit for both of us. And the other thing is we only work with a limited number of clients at any given time. And that's not any false scarcity or salesy BS. We work with at most 2 lawyers in each city because we don't compete with ourselves. And each attorney must work in a different field. But truthfully, most cities, it's just one attorney. Once we're both happy and we feel that this is a good fit, well, then we can move forward and we can get started on your listing right away. Then I want you to just sit back, relax, and we're going to build and rank your Maps listing on page one. But I'd also like you to do us a favor and let us know how you're going to be enjoying all those new leads and the business coming in. P.S. If you're on the fence, that's okay. This isn't for everyone. Some lawyers have enough business through word of mouth and referrals or going to Chamber of Commerce meetings. Some lawyers are just in a rut and they're afraid to grow their practice. But for most lawyers, they want a steady stream of new leads and business. And as we mentioned, there's really only one place that does that consistently: Google Maps. Also, one other thing, it's a mobile world we live in. And no one, and I mean no one, makes a decision without reading reviews about you online first. And we'll help you take care of that too. Put your practice front and center at the top of Google Maps and make it easy for your client to make the right decision and hire you. I look forward to talking with you.